Good morning, spiritual campers. My mic on? Yeah, my mic's on, eh? Welcome to Unity of Calgary. Hello. Uh, you are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here. So open up your heart and lay all your fears and all your doubts aside and let go of all the hurt you hold inside. For you are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here. So open up your heart and receive the love of all who gathered round. For you are worthy of this gift of love right now. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. Well, who'd have known who you are is enough? And who'd have known you could be so loved? Well, we knew, and now you know. Yes, we knew, and now you know that you are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. Let's open up our hearts. Let's open up our hearts. I don't think I'm hearing my vocal in the headphones. I might just take the headphones out. Can you hear me? Is it Come and Get Your Love next? I think it is. Oh, really? That's backwards. Okay. Let's do it. God is here in this room. Is that distorting out there? Oh, it's exploding in my headphones, Bob. I'm kidding. It's distorting and crackling. Oh, God is here in this room. I am here you know it. Come on and show it. Hey, hey. Get with it now because you're fine in your mind and you're so divine. Oh, come and get your love. 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 Hey, hey, what's the matter? Don't you feel right? Don't you feel right? Oh, oh, hey, hey, open up to the divine. It's all right. I said you'll find it, find it. Open to the love and then you'll like it, like it. Yeah, 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 you're calling if you want some. Oh, come and get your love. 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 Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. Come and get your love. 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 La 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 la. Come and get your la 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 la. Come and get your la 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 la. Come and get your la 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 la. Come and get your love.
Oh, a very, very, very warm welcome to you all on this very cold October morning. I am so delighted that you have come to get your love and your inspiration and your connection. And those of you who are here in person, it's beautiful to see and to feel your presence here with us this morning. And for those of you who are joining us online from wherever in the world you are joining us, we are delighted to have you to come and get your love and your inspiration as well. So my name is Susan Cullen, and I'm part of the spiritual leadership team here at Unity of Calgary, and I'm so delighted that you've all joined us here this morning. The most important thing you need to know about our community is that wherever you are on your spiritual path, you are always welcome here at Unity of Calgary. So let's begin by going within with an affirmative prayer. I invite you to just gently close your eyes, to take a deep breath in, to let it go, and as you let it go, just bring yourself present to this very moment, present to your own sweet soul, as you affirm for yourself, I am a magnificent being of light and love, temporarily having a physical experience in this 3D reality. My essence is love, and no matter what experiences I've had in the past or will have in the future, nothing can change that fact. For I am a magnificent being of light and love, and so it is. And our statement of being is our statement of why it is we gather together in spiritual community, to see each other's lights, recognize each other's lights, and to support one another in this crazy 3D world we've landed in. So I invite you to affirm with me. We are here as love to celebrate the one power, the one presence in our lives, in this community, and in the universe. And I would like to invite Lisa Balfour to come up and read our daily word this morning. We are delighted to have Lisa come. For those of you who aren't familiar, the Daily Word has been a publication put out by Worldwide Unity for almost 100 years. And it's a daily way to get a little dose of inspiration. And you can go to our website if you want to get it each and every day. Thanks, Lisa.
Sunday, October 25th, the word is listen. In the quiet of my heart, I listen for the voice of spirit. During the course of a busy day, I may hear all kinds of things, conversation, music, sounds from nature, traffic noises, and even my constant self-talk. Sometimes all that I'm hearing may numb me to the more intentional act of listening. As I listen, I become aware of the voice of spirit. Its comforting, guiding presence feels like homecoming. As I settle into a tranquil environment and begin to relax my body and my mind, I create a welcoming space for listening to assume the voice of spirit, discernible as my inner knowing. I breathe deeply and rest in this space. I go about my day listening attentively for the voice of spirit expressing through all the people in my life. Blessed, rather, are those who hear the word of God and obey it. Luke 11:28. And all I want to say in regards to that is whenever I've done this reading in the past, I never really look at it or whatever. I just read it as it is. And as I was telling people earlier today, it's like maybe all the fear buttons got pushed or I got really uptight on Friday. I went to put in my EI card and it wouldn't go. And I thought, great, I got to phone them on Monday. Ye joy. And then I checked my status. My benefits have run out. So I'm pushing all the panic buttons. And then with this about relaxing and going calm and all that, and I thought, how perfect for me.
Indeed, Lisa, what a perfect reminder. And for those of you, obviously we don't have the paper copies like we normally do in normal times or in prior times. But if you want, you can get it electronically sent to your inbox. And there's also an app that you can put on your phone. So, and yes, as I said before, it's on the website too, so you can always access it there. And Unity of Calgary is part of a worldwide movement, and we have adopted the worldwide vision, which I think you'll agree is more important now than ever. So I invite you to affirm with me. We envision a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And how we accomplish that here at Unity of Calgary, what is our part of that, is captured by our mission statement. I invite you to affirm it with me. We are a welcoming, vibrant, spiritual community that inspires hearts and transforms lives by expressing our divine essence. And there's many ways we do that, and our our Sunday gatherings are the primary way. Next Sunday, our speaker will be Reverend Doug Craig. We are so excited to have him back. He's a semi-regular speaker, and he will be talking about there is only one eternal life. We also have an invitation for you to mark your calendar. So our metaphysical Christmas candlelighting service is going to be on the evening of Sunday, December 13th. So I invite you to put that into your calendar. Of course, there's more details that will be coming, and we are working to figure out how we can adapt our beautiful Christmas ceremony with the current conditions and restrictions that we have. So we are working away at that, even though it's only October. All right, and of course, all the many ways that you can contact us. We have a website. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We have a YouTube channel. You can always find us somewhere online. Our website is also a wealth of information, so I invite you to definitely go there. And the best thing to do, of course, is to be able to sign up for our newsletter, because the newsletter comes out generally once a week and has all the information that you need to know. And just as a reminder, for those of you who are here in person, and those of you who want to come in person next week, you do have to register online each week. So the link to register is included in the newsletter. I think, is it on the website as well? It's not public, so it's not on the website. Okay, so you need to sign up for the newsletter or contact a board member if you want to get that link to be able to reserve your spot and come and be here in person. All right, I think that's it for announcements. So we're going to change things up slightly today, and we're going to move right into meditation. So I invite you to just get yourself comfortable in your chair, have your feet planted on the ground, and Anthony will take us in. And I invite you to take a deep breath in and let it go, squeezing out all the air in your lungs till you're ready for another breath of air to rush back in. And I invite you now to imagine that you are breathing through your heart chamber, the air flowing in and out, And as you do, I invite you to notice how your body responds, how you begin to come into alignment, feeling connected to your heart, connected to your intuition, to your own beautiful wisdom. And imagine now that you are deepening that connection by growing roots from the soles of your feet, deep, deep, deep down into Mother Earth. For we are all connected to Mother Earth. And imagine those roots going right down to the crystal core of Mother Earth herself, connecting you to her love, her support, her wisdom. And let yourself just surrender into that support. For Mother Earth gives us all we need. And with each breath in, I invite you to draw up that beautiful energy of love and support. Up, up, up through the layers of earth, through the soles of your feet, into your body, as it rises up and touches each and every cell, increasing your vibration towards greater and greater levels of love and connection to yourself and to all that is. And as it rises, imagine it going all the way up to the top of your head as your head opens like a beautiful flower, allowing the universal wisdom to begin to pour down. And I invite you to take that daily word of listening and take just a few moments of silence to listen to what the message is for you here this morning. And I invite you to give gratitude for that message. And I invite you to bring your awareness back into this room, feeling your feet on the floor, your back in the chair, and to always remember that you are a blessing to the world. now that we're all open and connected and feeling the love, our guest speaker this morning is a blessing to our community. Vivian Martin is, as you know, our assistant music director here at Unity of Calgary. If you've been here any time at all, you will know the fabulous musical talent and musical genius that she brings. She is a jazz artist, and she's also a visual artist. I had the opportunity last week of going to her art exhibition, which was just so delightful and lovely and so enriching to be in the presence of that beautiful art. She is also a proactive coach and many, many more talents than this. So please help me welcome Vivian Martin.
Thank you, Susan. It's a good morning. It's a very good morning. I'm so excited to be here and feeling very thankful and grateful that y'all would trust me enough to get up here and share with you, because you know, I have a sordid past that you don't know about, and some of it could come out today. I don't know. Talk today is Katie. When we decided that I would come here and speak, a little while later, Katie texted me and said, "What's your topic?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, a topic." Gee. So I got quiet, and these things were coming to me. The talk for the month is about nature. So I was like, I could talk about trees being grounded and reaching up for the sky, or I could talk about the stars or the moon. So many great things to talk about in nature. The ocean, how many grains of sand there are on a beach. Then I got really quiet, and two words came up for me, and they were, "Au naturel." And I was like, that's kind of cool. I like that. So texted Katie back, topic title, "Au naturel." Great. So I love to look words up in the dictionary. So here I go, and I get the dictionary out, and the meaning of "au naturel" was actually pretty boring. I was kind of disappointed. It was like, with no elaboration, treatment, dressing, or preparation. And I was like, let's look the synonyms up. Let's look the synonyms up. And this is what came up. Bare, disrobed, naked, nude, raw, stripped, unclad, unclothed, undressed. And I was like, yes, I can work with that. And then I was like, okay, that's great and fun and all that. And how does that apply to our life here on Earth, our human journey? And so there was a word that came to me, and that was authentic, or au naturel selves, our authenticity. And I truly believe that when we come to planet Earth and start our human journey, we come with that. Obviously, I mean, when we come out, we're au naturel, bare, naked. And children, they're naturally joyful, they're naturally playful, they're naturally intuitive, curious, innocent, and perhaps the whole journey here is a roundabout way of getting us back to that. There's a story about a little girl, and she has a baby brother, and she tiptoes into the baby brother's bedroom. She leans over, and the baby brother looks up at her, and she leans in and she says, "Baby brother," she said, "tell me all about God. I'm starting to forget." And so, what changes? What starts changing for us? And when does knowledge take over? When does that squashing happen of our innocence and our curiosity, of our intuition, Susan mentioned in the meditation, and our wisdom, our wisdom of our authentic selves, our au naturel selves? When does all that start happening? And what came up for me was ego, our ego, and what part our ego plays. And I read this, and it says, ego has a big, beautiful purpose in our life. It is said that the purpose of ego is to cause us great levels of unhappiness and suffering, so that hopefully one day, after trying to change the world and the people around us, we can look inside and decide to honor our authentic selves, our own natural selves, our higher selves. Lynn Forrest, in The True Purpose of Ego, writes, ego does have a higher purpose. Once refined and aligned with source, it becomes that which directs the intention of one will. Without refinement, the ego runs us and attempts us to control our world and by self-will. Our wants, our lower frequency desires keep us scattered and unfocused. Our attention is on the external world, and so is constantly shifting from one thing to another, and there can be no purpose and no peace. I know I felt that in my life, shifting. Squirrel. A refined ego is one that has gone through the transformation of baseness. Not like Chad's base, but baseness to gold. And in its base state, ego is totally externally focused on a limited world. It believes it is flesh and blood, nothing more, and that the world is only that which can be seen and manipulated. It operates out of early programming from a wounded childhood. It sees this made-up version of reality and created by its own addictive beliefs. And when we are run by ego, we are separated from God. I'm sure you've all heard EGO, edging God out. And universal source, and from our vastness, our authentic selves, our own natural selves. And once we become grounded in principle, we train our ego to become the invaluable servant it can be. When I read this, I was like, ooh, that's interesting. We do that by intentionally practicing throughout the day to direct our attention on that which brings us to a higher frequency. We notice when our frequency drops and attend it by intending a higher frequency alternative. And I know that Claude has spoken here about frequency, low frequency, high frequency, the power versus force, David Hawkins, great book. And so when I think back to when I was growing up, when I was a little girl, I think back to a time when I think I was more my authentic self. And I'm starting to get back to that. And so I always loved singing, always. I remember a very faint memory, distant memory of being in the backyard on the swing and singing, "You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine," over and over and over and over again, much to the dismay of the neighbors. Then another memory came to me that when I was little, I moved into the story moves into our basement. We were asked, my parents were asked if they could store an old 78 record player. And they said yes. And this record player, they moved it downstairs, and it came with a box of records. And so I remember venturing into the basement, and it was kind of creepy down there. It wasn't finished, had cement walls, floors, and we lived in a suburb of Montreal, very damp and musty smelling and dark, and it was basically just used for storage. But there was this record player down there, and it called me. It was calling to me. And I would go down there, and I don't know how I figured it out, but I figured it out, how to put those records on the record player and put them on. And I got to sing with some of the best singers in the world. And lo and behold, some of the best jazz singers in the world. I was singing along to Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday and Frank Sinatra and Doris Day. And it felt like I was on a world stage, this little girl singing, just singing her heart out. And it called, and I answered. My sister is 8 years older than myself, and she's highly intellectual. I love my sister. And she said to my mom one day, you know, there's something wrong with her. She's like crazy. And my mother was like, leave her alone. She's happy. She's singing. And, you know, maybe I was crazy. But I do know I was crazy about singing. Muy loco. Yeah. Crazy about singing. Yeah, she thought that I should be taken to the psychiatrist. And yet I still sang. Hours in the basement singing. And from there, my brother bought me a guitar. I was 13 years old. He bought me a guitar. And I'm not sure if he really bought it for me or him. He wanted to take guitar lessons, and my mother sent him to accordion lessons. Don't know why. Don't know why. And yet the guitar was there, and it was calling. And I picked it up, and he had these books, Bob Dylan, Joni Mitchell, Cat Stevens, all these folkies. And Melanie, anybody remember Melanie? I got a brand new pair of roller skates. You got a brand new key. Yeah. And I taught myself how to play guitar. I don't know how I did that. I just did it. I saw the little, you know, diagrams and figured out where my fingers go. And to this day, I play my G chord totally incorrectly. That's okay. And yeah. And then something happened. My parents got divorced, and my brother said, I'm going on a road trip out west. And I'm like, I'm in. I was 18, so I could go. And so off we went on this adventure. We got to Calgary, and we never got any further. We stayed in Calgary. And so got a job in a tavern. I didn't have my guitar with me at that time. Got a job in a tavern, the Town and Country Hotel. At that time, Calgary was in its heyday. It was 74, 75. There are hundreds of people that would go to the bars, lineups out the door on the weekend. It was crazy time in Calgary. Lots of money. And there I was. I got a job selling, you know, waitressing and selling beer. And I made great money. And this guy came in one night and he said he wanted money to drink. And he had a guitar. And he said, I'll sell you my guitar. And I said, okay, $50. Woo! I had my guitar. And to this day, it's like 44 years later, my son has that guitar. It's still around. Oh, big old Fender. Yeah. So I did that. And then I decided to audition for a rock band. So I did. And went out in the world and did that. And that's where I met my husband. We're 36 years later. We're still together. And we did AC/DC and Heart and all that kind of stuff. Had really big orange hair and spandex and traveled around in a big yellow school bus. There are moments I'm not proud of. And yet, here I am. I'm still standing. But the music still called. And I do believe that that was a time in my life where that was very ego-based. Very ego-based. I left a wake of casualties behind me. And to this day, my children are my biggest example of forgiveness. Yeah. So come off the road, and I decide to take classical lessons. So I study opera. So I was singing Italian art and French art. I actually won number one in a Kiwanis festival in Italian art, which was thrilling. And then my husband, he decided to go back to school. He's like, okay, he enrolled in the jazz program in Mount Royal at the time, university now. And so he was bringing home all this amazing music, and it was like, this is great. This music is like so cool. I started learning some songs, and I ended up taking holidays and going to a vocal jazz workshop in Chicago. People thought I was crazy. Why aren't you going to Mexico? No, that's what called me. And so I listened. And then I had this remembrance. It was like, oh my gosh, I remember that little girl in the basement singing to all this jazz music. And at the time, I didn't know it was jazz music. So I came full circle into my own natural self, stirred up all these memories. Wayne Dyer says, the more you see yourself as what you'd like to become and act as if what you want is already there, the more you'll activate those dormant forces that will collaborate to transform your dream into reality. So that dream of a little girl, the steps, the listening, the calling, some of it messy, some of it hurtful, and some of it just so joyful. My own natural self. All of it is my own natural self. And so that little girl saw me on a stage, and still, the ego will still tease. You're too old. You're not educated enough. You're not pretty enough. And yet I still sing. I still answer the call. And so just a few things I've learned on this journey, this wonderful human journey we have here, that have supported me, and especially in the last little bit as the body is shifting. So things that have supported me. When I come from possibility versus probability, what can happen, as opposed to, oh, this is happening in the world, and they say that we can't do this and we can't do that, and so when I think possibility, what happens? I come here and talk. What else happens? I sang at a concert a couple of weeks ago. What else happens? I'm like, yeah, COVID? Huh, I'm going to do an art exhibit. It's like, you know what? No. Yeah, I get to decide. I get to choose. And so rising above circumstances, getting that frequency up here. And it did take the wind out of my sails. I'm going to be honest. There were a few months where it was like, wow, what is going on? I'd go out of the house once a week for groceries and come back and cook. I'm a really good cook, so COVID has been yes. I took an online course, a coactive coaching course, so I got a diploma in that. Renewed wedding vows this summer with my husband after 36 years. We did that. The family was there. And so I've come to understand that I get to decide. Language was another tool. Oh my gosh, this was so good for me. I went from having problems to having challenges to having opportunities. Problems, low frequency, challenge, pretty good. Opportunity. And I still get to remind myself about that. Language. I have to. I need to. I want to. I get to. I get to do this. I don't have to. I don't need to. I get to. When I get up Sunday morning, it's like, I get to go sing. Changes. The frequency changes. And this is what works for me. And there's a part of me that sits back and goes, wow, here I am doing this. And higher vibe me is very thankful and grateful. I sit in the feeling of being thankful and grateful. Not just the words, which are important too. The feeling of it. My mentor, Sheila Jordan, she is in her 90s. I believe she's 93. She still travels the world singing, facilitating concerts. She still does all that. She's 93. And And she will tell you this herself. She's a recovering alcoholic. But she didn't let that stop her. And so I figure at 93, she's still doing all that. I still have another 30 years. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. To growing and learning and stretching and evolving into my authentic self. And the unity principles, third one, and I took it from the kids' version because I like that one. It says, I create my experiences by what I choose to think and what I feel and believe. So what am I choosing to think? What am I choosing to believe? Choice. Brene Brown says that authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we are. My grandkids, I have 6 now. They're 10 and 9 and 7 and 5 and 2 and 4 months. They're part of my biggest joy here on the planet. And when they were growing up, I actually took time off to look after them and be the main caregiver. And I got to watch kids' movies over and over and over and over again. And my little Adelina, one of her favorite movies was Moana. And in Moana, the ocean calls to her, and she eventually sets out on an adventure that leads her to travel the ocean. And sometimes the world seems against you. The journey may leave a scar, but scars can heal and reveal just where you are. So last night, I was speaking with Anthony, and I was like, you know what? I think the talk will be enough. That's enough. I focus on the talk, because it was like, yeah, I'll do the solo music. And then I was like, oh, no, I can't do both. It's like, I don't. And then last night, this song has been calling to me for 3 weeks now. Write me. Just write me. And so last night, got the guitar out, and I just started playing around. And this is the song that came out, and it's called, guess what? Yes! So the band's going to join me, and a brand new song. They've never played it before, and I've barely played it, yet here I am answering the call. There's a part, if you want to, you can sing along. It goes like this. Ooh, la, la. That's the part. Oh. Are we allowed to dance in COVID? I don't know. Is that allowed? When I wake up in the sunshine, looking in the mirror, who do I see? My godly reflection of me. When I'm walking down the pathway, what do I see? This wonderful world is an image of me, and I sing, ooh, la, la, I am joyful, ooh, la, la, I am love, ooh, la, la, I am peaceful, I am all natural, yeah, ooh, la, la, I am joyful, ooh, la, la, I am love, ooh, la, la, I am peaceful, I am all natural, yeah, yeah. Now I stand in all the wonder of raw authenticity, open heart, open mind, to the me I get to be. There's a whisper I remember, and it's calling me, real and raw and free. I get to believe that, ooh, la, la, I am joyful, ooh, la, la, I am love, ooh, la, la, I am peaceful, I am all natural, yeah, ooh, la, la, I am joyful, ooh, la, la, I am love, ooh, la, la, I am peaceful, I am all natural, yeah, ooh, la, la, ooh, la, la, yeah, ooh, la, la. Ooh, la, la, I am joyful. Ooh, la, la, I am love. Ooh, la, la, I am peaceful. I am all natural, yeah, yeah. I am all natural. I am all natural, yeah, yeah. I am all natural. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Victory!
All right. Beautiful. Did I mention she's multi-talented? I hope you weren't thinking that guitar was for me because, yes, I've always been in awe of musicians my whole life. To me, it's always seemed like magic. I did grade 1 piano, and let's just say the teacher asked me to stop. there are we need to, we it was my mother. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. So, all right, we'll just let that lie right there. Vivian, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you went au naturel to find that beautiful gift that you are and that we all are, right? Isn't that beautiful to hear her story? Does it inspire you to think about your own past? What did you do when you were a little kid? Just naturally, what just flowed out of you, right? Rediscover that because that is the gift that we bring to the world. All right. Yeah. So we changed things around this morning a little bit. And now we enter that time of conscious giving, together using our time, our talent, and our treasure. We create this beautiful space where we can now be in person. Been waiting months and months and months for this. And we keep saying thank you to so many people. It is so true. It takes a huge team of people to make this all happen, to have the tech team to make it be able to go onto Facebook and to YouTube, and to prepare the space here. It's different than before. I mean, we have to set up every Sunday and take everything down, and we've got the chairs all spaced out, and we've got the hand sanitizer and everything. So a very big thank you to everyone who participates in all those ways, because this is our spiritual community, right? It belongs to all of us. It's not that there are leaders and followers. This is how we create it together, all of us, using our time, our talent, and our treasure. So our offering basket we cannot pass around, as you know. So it's got its very own table in the back there. So if you need an offering envelope, it's there. A lot of you have gotten used to doing the online giving. If you want to continue to do that, that is beautiful and just fine. You can do an e-transfer to donate at unityofcalgary.org. You can also donate on our website if you want to use a credit card, and if you want to write a check and mail it in, our mailing address is on there, on the website that is. And whatever way works for you, we are so grateful for the contribution that you make, that we all make together. So I invite you to repeat our abundance affirmation. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And as we contemplate that or write our envelopes, Anthony and the band is going to play Give with an Open Heart.
I'm gonna give with an open heart. I'm gonna give with an open heart. I'm grateful for this moment. I'm grateful for my life. And I trust that a higher power will always be there to provide. That's why I give with an open heart. That's why I give with an open heart. Oh, I'm gonna give with an open heart. Yeah, I'm gonna give with an open heart.
All right, we are so blessed. And of course, we have the blessing for the children, the beautiful children in our lives, the children of the world, and our very own dear inner child, oh Naturel. I invite you to affirm with me. We love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you just the way you are. All right, and we found our prayer box. Hallelujah. In storage, out of storage. So we have our slips of prayer for the prayer box, and also, of course, you can do it online. There's a button you can press right on the website, and you can submit your prayer. So I invite you to take whatever. Oh, there's the lovely Tina. Thank you so much with our beautiful, ta-da, our beautiful prayer box. Of course, the prayer team here at Unity of Calgary takes all the prayers, whether they're in the prayer box or the ones that come in online, and holds those in love for 30 days, as well as we send them down to Silent Unity, and they're held there as well for 30 days. And for those of you who have been around here for a while, we know the power of prayer. So whatever it is that's on your heart that you want to just let go of, we know that turning it over to Spirit opens the way for abundant blessings to unfold. And in many times, for me, it's been in ways that I hadn't ever even considered. So when we just let go, we let Spirit take it over. We also hold in love the other Unity communities across the country who are bringing this message of spiritual awakening. And this month, we are holding in particular Unity of Mississauga and Unity of Barrie. So let's affirm our prayer of protection together. The light that is God surrounds me. I am one with the light. The love that is God enfolds me. I am one with the love. The power that is God protects me. I am one with the power. The presence that is God watches over me. I am one with the presence. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And so it is. All right, and a little bit more music from our beautiful Unity Band and our music director, Anthony Burbage.
There is just one presence, just one light, shining in the world like a beacon in the night. There is just one power we all can share, one great power everywhere. Oh, one great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is one great power everywhere. There is just one purpose, just one spark, burning in our souls like a candle in the dark. There is just one chorus we all can sing, one great power, let it ring. Oh, one great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is one great power everywhere. Oh, one great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies above. Oh, one great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is one great power everywhere. There is one great power everywhere.
Okay, and as we complete our time here this morning, we're going to sing Let There Be Peace on Earth, and we're going to send a wave of peace into out into the world. And today I invite you to stand. And last week stay where you are. So stand. We can turn around and face each other and see the beautiful faces. I invite you to take your hands over your own heart, in case you had that urge to connect with others, which spontaneously kind of happened last week. So we are being respectful of each other as we sing Let There Be Peace. And of course, that invitation to sing was for those of you who are at home in your own homes. We, of course, here hummed it beautifully. Have a beautiful week.